My wife and I had been together since we were 16 years old. We married at the age of 23 and have been together for 6 years. We are now both 29 years old. I gave her my virginity and have never been with anybody else. Our relationship has recently become strained. We've been attending a couples therapist in addition to undergoing individual treatment. She was concerned that I wasn't addressing her physical or emotional requirements, not telling her she was pretty enough, not touching her enough, and not having enough intimacy. So I made a firm and determined effort to begin performing better. I began telling her how lovely she is on a regular basis and constantly complimented her. I gave her a long and passionate embrace. I kissed her more often, cuddled constantly, intimacy more frequently. My therapist feels she has indications of BPE, borderline personality disorder, and after discussing it with my wife, she concurred. We had a lengthy discussion one night about how she still didn't feel her needs were being addressed and came to the conclusion that it was because she is unhappy with herself, and she would never be completely content with anyone, whether it was me or another person, until she loved herself. She entertained another guy on Snapchat before we were married. They never met, but they shared naked images and had personal conversations. That left an impression on me. Fast forward to tonight, and she tells me she no longer loves me and is considering divorce. So we start talking, and she confesses to me that she has been talking to another person and has kissed him. I start weeping, and as we chat more, she understands that this guy doesn't care about her and that he simply told her what she wanted to hear in order to get in her trousers. She admits to having intimacy with him the week before after more talking and sobbing. He's just been in her life for 2 months. She has known since before we married that infidelity is the single thing I can never forgive or forget, resulting in a divorce. Instead of focusing on our own relationship, she made the purposeful decision to entertain another man and cheat on me with him. She now regrets her decision and wants for me to remain with her. I'm conflicted. I just adore this gal. I've devoted half my life to her. She's the only lady with whom I've ever had intimacy or been intimate. But I can't quit picturing her kissing him and engaging in intimate actions for him. It's playing over and over in my brain. My entire life has been ripped apart and I'm absolutely numb on the inside. Part of me wants to start the divorce the next day, but a part of me also knows she is my best friend and I adore her. I'm not sure I'll ever be able to let down my guard or trust her again. I'm not sure why I'm posting here other than to complain. I feel like my life is ended and I'm at a loss on what to do next. We don't have any children. Neither of us desired them. I don't necessarily never want children, but she is emphatic that she never will. To make matters worse, the guy with whom she cheated had a child, and he divorced his first wife after cheating on her, and he presently has a girlfriend. Now the next story. Today, the wife of the man my wife is cheating on me with messaged me on Instagram. She showed me photographs of text and email discussions between them that I'd never seen before. It corresponds to the start of my wife's strange conduct. My wife is out of town this weekend, so I have some time to reflect about this turn of events, and I'm at a loss for what to do. I spoke with the wife of my wife's guy, and she feels the same way I do about this scenario. She despises her spouse in the same way that I despise my wife. She hasn't told her husband about all of this yet, but both myself and my fellow cheater intend to do so in the coming days. I have proof of their antics, thanks to my wife's boyfriend's wife. Would it be foolish of me to file for divorce now rather than confront my wife with the proof knowing the truth? UPDATE. I recently discovered that the man she's cheating on is an officer with our local police department. Not simply a beat officer or a rookie, but a detective with over 10 years of experience. Last night, a disgruntled wife approached my wife with a text message. So now my wife knows that his wife knows, and she presumably thinks I know. Although the AP's wife has made no hint that I know, she showed me my wife's texts and their communication. I'm actively seeking legal counsel and want to file as soon as feasible. This isn't the first time something like this has happened in our marriage, and the previous time I offered her an ultimatum. There will be no third chances. I want to thank everyone who has provided constructive, encouraging input in the comments. Even the individuals who are more casual about it have made me giggle, which I don't like. I'll keep you updated as the case progresses. Update 2. I obtained the entire email exchange between them, and it didn't make her appear any better. They were talking about leaving their spouses and falling in love. A fun fact, they've only known each other for 6 days, as of 12/15. I also discovered the nudes that my wife emailed them yesterday at 2 a.m. during their 3-hour phone session. She erased all of her messages to him, so they are eternally lost. She will never tell me what was said, and I've accepted that. I have more than enough proof to proceed. I confronted her with everything I'd discovered today, and I also forwarded it all to the guy's wife. I've contacted an attorney and will be filing for divorce as soon as possible. I volunteered to be nice with her for the sake of our 2 children, but we'll see if she pursues me. If she wants to try, I have more than enough proof to bury her in court. I'll provide another update as soon as something happens. Day 3 discovered another person she's been sending images to. I gave her a chance to confess to everything. If she wanted to save our marriage, I knew she wouldn't since she's a liar and a remorseless cheater. She had one last chance and she blew it. I told her it was all over. She had the arrogance to blame me for her acts rather to accept responsibility for them. I concluded by asking a simple question. Are you going to try to take my children away from me? She replied, no, but we'll see what happens. I have an appointment with my lawyer tomorrow. We'll see if she takes me to court. Thank you for listening to the story to the end, and if you like it, please support us with a like as well as subscribe to our channel. Write in the comments what you think about the story.